Okay, so today or tonight is a new movie review. So tonight's review gonna be focusing on Roofman. Yeah, so gonna go to Finagle Home on YouTube or through PS5. Also got some Dunkin'. Anyways, I do want to review Cocaine Bear, but I'll review that some other time. Behold is based on a true story. So Jeffrey Manchester is some guy who's been taking care of his family, and he was also Army veteran, struggling father. And he turns to robbing stores, McDonald's particularly, by cutting holes in the roofs, earning him a nickname Roofman. And he was sentenced to 45 years in the North Carolina prison system. But after escaping that Pacific prison in North Carolina, Jeffrey secretly lives in this Toys R Us for several months. Like, as this takes place starting in 1998, leading to 2000, he was doing over 40 robberies in the prison system, But ever since he escaped, after serving in 2004, he secretly lives in Toys R Us almost the mid-2000s, like at least for 6 months. He has to be careful as he goes undetected for making his next book, but he falls for Kristen Dunst, Lee plays Kristen. Who is a mother who is drawn to his own child under this ego, under this identity. This double life begins to unravel. So, this may be a comedy movie, giving some laughs, but it is a very comedy movie. I mean, crime. It's supposed to be a crime movie, but I get it. It is a movie, but I get it. It is a crime comedy, but yeah. Going into this movie, basically giving me some 2000s vibes because Toys R Us, grew up with Toys R Us. I've been to Toys R Us before. I haven't set foot into it since either 2017 or 2018. Oh my god. I watched it. Just charge that thing. I have to charge it again, but more now. Screen, but going into this movie though, what I was gonna say, I appreciate the nostalgic vibes that this movie was going for because it takes place setting as a North Carolina setting, where Jeffrey Manchester is currently, as of today, he had, as the movie was saying, he had no intentions to escape again. Okay, so he changed his ways of his person when it comes to prison life. So, working as a librarian in prison. Because I'm a huge library person. I like going to libraries. But I got to see this at AMC. I was going to see this at least last month. But I went to saw Good Fortune. I did have a review for Good Fortune. But anyways, I have a playlist of movies that were released theatrically or released, depending on. And it'll be sorted on when they were released. The McDonald's building that was depicted in the movie had the childhood type building, unlike the buildings how the buildings the McDonald's locations look like today, like in the recent years. But those years, oh man, the 2000s McDonald's gave me flashbacks. The children thing. I remember that too. But place thingy. But anyways, I thought Tarantino did a great job in this movie. We had Kristen Dunst, who appeared in Jumanji. We had Peter Dinklage, who from Game of Thrones, and some other people that, including Juno Temple, Leonie Diaz, Jimmy O Yang appears in this. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's like pretty good depiction. I like how depiction that this movie, it has a North Carolina setting, and it's like, and I also seen this is the movie I saw in theaters at AMC, and I also saw Predator Badlands as well. But I'm not going to review that until further notice, because I want to review the Predator movies before I worry about reviewing that one. But that was the one that I also saw in theaters. But I'm only focusing on Roofman because, hopefully the quality. I don't know why they're sitting like that, but yeah. Okay. It's like zoom in. Anyways. Go. Like. I like the. Yeah. Roofman. It's got like 86% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm pretty sure that. Sorry. I haven't reviewed any movies since October. I was focusing on reviewing all the Scream movies. I haven't reviewed the 5th movie or number 6. I'll get to those eventually, but I'm not going to review this right now because I'm focusing on Roofman right now. But yes, Roofman was, and you thought that Jeffrey Manchester wasn't maybe like a violent guy or anything, but yeah. And of course, as of today, he's currently waiting for parole opportunities, like by the next decade, 2036 to be exact. But then again, yeah, I had good expectations with this one. It is quite something. When I first learned about the story of this guy, I was like, it was Wade Webster that came to mind. Like, this guy was squatting at a Toys R Us. Like, I thought he was doing good deeds, giving toys to the kids, but of course they didn't, unaware that they were being stolen. And like, Peter Dinklage Mitch also was coming to terms that what happened to the M&Ms, like the boxes, they're getting stolen, where like they're disappearing because Jeffrey Manchester was trying to trying to get by with the baby food. I mean, questionable, but M&Ms, yeah, and following up, but because the woman is divorced and his ex-wife tries to make sure he moves on, and they end up trying to be there for his daughters, because like McDonald's and Toys R Us were the stores they was planning to rob. But yeah, heist movies. This was simple comedy movie. Yeah, I did get some laughs. I even took the Yoshi plush friends to see this movie too, but why am I even taking the Yoshis to? I mean, they're Yoshi plushies. Why am I taking the Yoshis to AMC? Well, let's face it. These Yoshis are just Yoshis. I'm just gonna give Roofman a 4 out of 5. It is giving me nostalgic vibes, the 2000 vibes, because this criminal, like, yeah, and you saw the poster. It's like he doesn't shoot guns or anything. He doesn't kill anybody. Did he or did he not? Like, just no. I mean, from what I could tell, the guy wasn't like a violent criminal or anything like that. He was just a guy turned to robbing people, like McDonald's. I think Burger King was another store, a chain that he I'm not sure. Like Costco, I think it was Costco. It was McDonald's and Toys R Us particularly, but yeah. So I mean, so I was going to see this last month in October, like I said earlier in this video, but you know, based on how late time was going to be, I was going to see a show, like a 12 o'clock showing, but I wasn't able to get it in time. But thankfully, if at first I don't get the attempt to see this the first time, the second time would make up for it. And just like that, made good promise on seeing this movie for at least. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I mean, I'm actually quite relieved to see this movie at last because I wasn't able to get to see it earlier. But with this movie, like, yeah, Channing Tatum was good. Had a good performance. Pretty good performance. Like this kind of now this was pretty straightforward to say the least. Going into this movie was pretty straightforward. So like starting to get familiar because you know it takes place in North Carolina, and also I visit North Carolina nowadays. Because I've been to North Carolina before, I still do, and I still visit North Carolina to this day. Yeah, North Carolina, you know, the state that's also home to, and yes, Jeffrey, that guy that Channing Tatum plays, he's currently in the Central Prison in Bali, one of the prisons that holds death row for male inmates. Central Prison, the one that also houses death row for inmates because you know and there's also Raleigh is also home to another prison which houses death row for women as well. It's kind of ironic that the capital of North Carolina holds capital has two prisons that have death row for men and women, but Jeffrey Manchester was not a violent criminal, so the death sentence is out of the picture. Whether he turns his life around or not is take us for granted. Well, anyways, whatever happens with that guy, his personal, whatever he will rejoin society remains to be seen. But we end the review for this. Hopefully, I'll get to review Cocaine Bear because that's the next movie I had in mind to review. Yeah, because I watched that recently on Fandango at home, which I got to watch for free, and hopefully I'll get to that movie eventually. That'll probably be the next one for sure. Then after that, I'll try to review either Scream 5 or something holiday related. But we'll see. Stay tuned for more movie reviews.